It's Brimstone Day! Welcome back to the channel. We are here to do another weekly vlog, and this week we are reading Brimstone, one of my most anticipated reads of 2025. It is finally here, so let's dive in. It's Brimstone Day. It is like 8 in the morning, and it is Brimstone Day, and I am starting a Brimstone vlog because I have been waiting for this book for a very long time. I've been so excited about it. I'm so excited to see how the story continues. I'm so excited. My curls are curling today. Like, what is that? I do not have the book yet. I do have the book queued up on Spotify, but I don't have the book yet. It is being delivered. I can see that it's on its way here. It is it's within an hour proximity of my home. I just don't have it yet. And as all packages, I feel like I'm not going to get it until like 6 p.m. and I might crash out. No, honestly, that's okay though, because I don't get home from work until 5 anyways. So I wouldn't be able to read it if I wanted to. So today's Brimstone Day. This is a random ornament I just found on the floor. And I'm so excited. The plan for today is actually quite nice. It's going to be a very easy day. I'm actually working from home for the first hour of the day. So I'll be starting that at 8:30. And then at 9:30, I'll go into work. And then at 11:45, me and a group of coworkers and some guests to our company are going to be going out for pizza. So that is exciting. I don't have to pack a lunch. I love pizza. So looking forward to that. And then I come home at 3:30 to get my daughter off the bus. And then 5 p.m. I made dinner last night. So I think that I am immune from making dinner tonight. It's going to be tacos anyway, so literally just ground the beef. Like, you're fine. Just throw the spices on, you're fine. So maybe I won't have to prepare dinner and I can dive right into my book. I'm going to lock myself in my room and I don't want anyone to talk to me until I finish this book. Oh, my ride's here. Gotta go. See you later. Bye. Time is 3:25 and our package just got here. It did kind of sound like the driver threw the box on the concrete. So I hope he didn't. Look how big this box is. And listen to the book. I hope it's safe in there. Oh jeez. It's here. It's thick. It's a thick book. Their fates were forged in quicksilver, but they will be fired in brimstone. There's a blue little flame here. I don't know if you can see it. It's like blue. Oh my god, this cover is beautiful. Oh! I just opened it. It's Carry On. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh my gosh. It's the fox. Oh my god, it's a fox and a butterfly. Oh my gosh. Look at the front. What does any of this mean? There's a map. Pronunciation guide. There's a prologue. And it says Kingfisher. You guys. Okay. I can't read this yet, so I'm not gonna open it any further, but it's here and I'm so excited and it's beautiful. a little reading update for you. I'm currently on chapter 4 of Brimstone. So far, the book has been a mixture of humor and intense moments. We practically pick right up where we left off from 𝖈𝖍𝖕𝖙𝖊𝖕𝖙𝖊𝖐, so no time has really passed, and we're learning things rather quickly. I would suggest that if you don't want spoilers for Brimstone, that you maybe save this video and watch it at a different time, because although I am a no spoiler channel, there are some things that I talk about during these book specific vlogs that you may not want to know. So here's your warning. There will be no timestamps because we're just going to assume that this vlog may hold information that you don't want to know. But I will try my best to not spoil it. However, if you remember 𝖈𝖍𝖕𝖙𝖊𝖕𝖙, you remember how kind of spicy the book could be at times, and we are reminded of that in this book so far. And again, I'm only on chapter 4. Nothing like crazy wild has happened. It's just we understand that Kingfisher and Cerys are still very much in love. We are reading a dual POV book this time. If you remember, 𝖈𝖍𝖕𝖙𝖊𝖕 was Cerys's POV most of the time, and actually Brimstone starts out with a Kingfisher prologue. So that is new and exciting. It's kind of fun to see things from his perspective, although I do find myself seeing, like, now that we are in his head or we are hearing the story from his perspective, that he doesn't feel as like mean and broody as he once was, which that's okay. I guess that's gonna happen with his character development. Obviously we know him way better than the first book when they, initially met, so it's totally understandable that Kingfisher will kind of change in our minds now as we get to know him better. But I do really like him. I am enjoying the dual POV for sure. I've already started tabbing the book. I don't know if you can see it, but there are a lot of humorous moments. There are some shocking kind of moments already, and yeah, so I am going to continue through this book. The goal for tonight, it is currently November 18th, and Alexa, what time is it?
It's 7:05 p.m.
It's currently 7:05 p.m. The goal would be to get to 25% before the night is over. I am currently, I think, 8% in, which it feels like 25%'s gonna be no problem. This is 25%. This is where I am at 8%. So I'm like, what? 8%, first of all, this feels like way more than 8% that I've completed. So I'm not really worried about that. I just may be a little tired for work tomorrow, but you know what? That's gonna be completely worth it. I have not paired it with the audiobook yet. I am waiting to see if I want to do that. I read 𝖈𝖍𝖕𝖙𝖊𝖕 the first time through without the help of audio. And then when I read it the second time through, I did pair it with audio sometimes, but not all the time. And I'm not sure if it does help me to stay focused on the book. However, I don't know if it adds to the story at all. For me, I don't mind the narrators. The narrators are fine, and I have nothing against the audiobook, but I kind of think I like Kingfisher the way that he sounds in my head. So we'll keep going, and then we'll see if I want to do the audiobook or not. But that's an option for me because it is on Spotify Premium. And also, I don't have this on my Kindle yet. I'm not sure if I want to bring the book to work. Like, it's kind of big. So I might have to see if I can get it on my Kindle just so that I can read it at work tomorrow. But yeah, so in order to make this vlog not last 25 days, because we just don't simply have the time, I am hoping to do 25% each day. So we'll have the book done in 4 days, and I can get this vlog up and edited by Sunday. So like I said, I'm going to keep reading. I am just listening to brown noise right now on my headphones to, cut out all the distractions, and we will see how far we can get before the night is over. I'm just here posted in bed. I don't know if you can see, but Maxwell is here with me, being my little reading buddy. So thank you, Maxwell. I really appreciate that. He's already tried to eat the book, my bookmarks, and my tabs. So he is a great helper. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to reading, and I'll catch you guys at the 25% update. York. Okay. I feel like every clip that I take, there's like a hair out of place. I know my hair doesn't need to be perfect, but it needs to be presentable. However, it's 10:30 at night, so please excuse my appearance if this offends you. I'm sorry. Let me just get the camera where I need it. Okay. So welcome back. I have hit the 25% mark of the book in one, 23% if we're being completely honest here, but you know, what's 2%? Anyways, we've made it this far in the book. I am on chapter 13. I am very proud of myself for being able to read 25% in one evening. It was 158 pages, which to cram that in from 5 p.m. just not bad. So it took me until about 9:30, 10 o'clock to get to page 158. So what are we? We're looking at 4 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever. I think I read fast and I was pretty locked in, so it's whatever. Anyways, I didn't come here to talk about that. I came here to give you a 25% review. And here are my thoughts. I love it. I love it so far. We're starting to understand the point of the book, where the plot is beginning to unfold. We are caught up kind of on how this whole thing is going to work between Cerys and Kingfisher. We are also caught up on how things will be affected by their relationship. Carry-On is being funny as per usual. It's really funny. Kingfisher and Carry-On are they're kind of acting like brothers in this book. And although Kingfisher is not threatened by Carry-On and Cerys can't really stand him either, it's really funny to hear Fisher and him bicker back and forth. It's kind of my favorite thing. But Cerys, yeah, she's just working through her new situation. They are kind of dividing and conquering at this point. There's a few different things they need to accomplish that has been defined in the plot now. Cerys is learning how to become not like a warrior, but at least she wants to learn how to defend herself, how to use and carry her sword. She has someone teaching her. I just ended chapter 12, so if you know, you know. There's a character named timelapses, is how I say it in my head. I looked at the pronunciation guide and I think I'm saying it right. Timelapses, yes. So there's a character in here. If you remember him from book 1, from Quicksilver, timelapses saves Cerys at the end. Cerys and timelapses just had a conversation. Timelapses is telling Cerys what he needs. Cerys is telling Tal what she needs. And I am feeling very uncomfortable by how the chapter ended. I feel like something is off. Something is not right there. Seems really too easy. I'm just curious what his motives are for his part of the bargain. And we obviously know Cerys's motive for her part of the bargain. Oh, also the poop brown tabs in this book, they are my oh shit moments. And we had a few oh shit moments already. And one of them is quite shocking. I just did a time lapse and you probably see me kind of react during that oh shit moment. I'm so curious about that. Again, I'm going to try not to spoil it if you're not this far. Like what chapter, the end of chapter 12? Are you kidding me? What in the heck? And now, Cerys is like, something's like happening to her. Like there's a lot going on that needs to be resolved right now. Like we're identifying all of the things that need to be resolved right now. And so one of them is happening personally to Cerys. We just kind of found out some things about her that have changed since the end of the last book. And there's a lot going on and it's all very interesting. So I am quite pleased with this book so far. I'm having a really good time. It's a fun time. It's already in this much of the book. There's already been some spice. I cannot wait to start the book up again tomorrow. I'm going to take a break. I've been reading for like 4 hours, so I'm going to take a break. I'm going to watch some TV. I currently have Lala up and she's going through kind of her Goodreads challenge. So I'm I'm just taking a break. My eyes need to take a little bit of a rest. I'm sure you understand. I'm sure you can relate. The plan for tomorrow is work. I do have a presentation to give, so wish me luck. I'm not nervous per se, but I hope it goes well. Then after work, it's me and my daughter because my husband has a meeting. So I might not be able to read another 25% like I did tonight because that was definitely like dedicated time. However, I'll try to get through a few chapters tomorrow and then definitely lock in after my daughter goes to bed. So that's going to be the plan. I think I will check back in with you guys at our 50% mark to see what our feelings are there and kind of how the plot has progressed. 50% in books, obviously if you're a reader, you've caught on to this, but 50% is kind of a pivotal moment in a book where things seem to go right. The 50% update will be interesting. Also, I've just noticed, like, you see that right there? This, like, the foil just kind of peeled off. So that sucks. I was just kind of playing with that. Okay, I think that's all I have to say. I'll see you guys at the 50% mark. Welcome back. We are over halfway through Brimstone. To be completely precise, we are 52% of the way through Brimstone. What do I think of this book so far? So far, the book is really great. It's action-packed. There's lots of things going on. This dual POV now. We have two kind of timelines. Like, they're the same timeline, but we have like two different, stories unfolding at the same time. So we're bouncing back and forth, and it is so freaking interesting. I gotta watch this cat try to open the door. Your sister figured it out at your age, so if you have less brain cells, I can't help you. Because of like the divergence in the story, we are getting double the amount of action in different places during the same time. The story is getting a little bit away from me. There's so much information in this book, and there's things that are unfolding to where I don't know if I'm following along. I'm hoping that as I read along, the story is going to make more sense. Things are going to be confirmed or unveiled, or like we're going to be filled in a little bit. But yeah, 52%, and there's things that have happened. The book is really enjoyable so far. I'm loving the Kingfisher POV. I will say he's not as grumpy anymore at this point, and that's okay. We love character growth, so I'm not hating that at all. Carry On is still just as funny as ever. There are some other characters that are now entering this story, and it's a really good time. I have not read as much as I would have liked to, so today is day 3 of having the book, so it came on Tuesday. I read 25% on Tuesday. Yesterday I could not complete another 25%, so tonight I did surpass the 50% mark, as you know, but the goal, like if we were staying on track, I would still want to read 25% tonight. And that would leave like this to read. I'm on chapter 29 currently. And that would mean if I read another 25%, I would have to finish on chapter 39 tonight. And I don't know if that's going to happen because that's a lot to read. And I work tomorrow, and I worked today, and we had ice skating today, and then we had to get dinner afterwards. And then before you know it, it was bedtime. So we had to do bedtime stuff. I'm here. This is where I am right now, 52%. Callie Hart's, you guys see it right now. Me just trying to do a review. Maxwell, he attack. He's purring. Don't worry. He's having a great time. I don't know if I am, but ow, my elbow. So yeah, I'm not as far as I would like to be, but we're still trucking through. I'm the only one putting pressure on myself. There's no pressure coming from anywhere else. I just really want to post this video on Sunday at 11 a.m. CST. And in order to do that, I need to read this book by tomorrow. If I'm going to be editing on Saturday and posting Sunday morning, like, can we get through this book tomorrow? I don't think so. I don't think so. And that's the reality of it, is I don't think we can, but maybe we'll do a part 1, part 2. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that's what's gonna happen. I did want to take this time to talk about my Vlogmas / Bookmas plans. This is my first year being a creator in the book space, but I have done Vlogmas in the past 2 to 3 years. So it's nothing new to me, but it's definitely new to this channel. And I've definitely been inspired by all of the lovely content creators like Gavin and Emmy and Larry. And I think that I am going to try to take part in Bookmas this year. So my channel is all about real life and having a job and a child and a husband. So I cannot, unfortunately, dedicate to posting every day. However, I can film every day and I can edit at night and I can try to give you guys a vlog once a week. So I have a plan kind of created where I film for 3 days and then I edit for 3 days and then I post. And I think that would be a kind of a nice little way to memorialize what I'm doing this year during the holiday season, because it is my favorite time of year, but also it's a good way to stay involved and stay posting even if I can't be posting every day. I've compiled a list of things that I want to achieve during the month of December and Bookmas. So I don't think we'll run out of content. We'll just run out of time. And at this point in my life, I'm kind of used to that. So we will do all of the festive holiday things as much as we can. I plan to upload every Sunday. So actually, you may get 5 Vlogmas episodes this December. And we're gonna just start beginning shortly. Like, December is right around the corner. So can't believe this entire clip I'm just gonna be sitting here like wrestling my like 7-month-old cat. This is weird. What a weird thing. It's so weird. Life is weird sometimes. Oh, that doesn't climb my arm. So the plan for the rest of the night is to lock in, to read, to put the headphones on, to get the brown noise rolling. I'm gonna get cozy in bed right after this, and I'm going to try to, so unrealistic goal is gonna be get to chapter 39. Realistically, I have about 2 more hours that I can read. Based off of our book vlog that we just posted, I will try to link it. Y'all saw that, right? I will try to link it here for you. I think he was trying to attack my shadow. I'm gonna try to link it here for you. But based on the data from what I read in a week, realistically, in 2 hours, I can read about 74 pages. And I think the goal is like 160 to bring me to 75%. So if I was to read 74 pages, so that would bring us to 420, which we know we can do. I just want to get like a chapter number here. Okay, so 34. So I'm on chapter 29. Unrealistically, my goal is chapter 39. Realistically, I could probably get to chapter 34 tonight. I think that I would be okay with that. I don't want to try to fly through this book and not retain more than half of it. Like, the problem with books like this on release is I'm trying to read them really fast because I stay off the internet to avoid spoilers, but also I read fast because I'm really excited about this book. And then when I try to talk about what the book is, like what's happening in the book, and when I try to talk about my thoughts and feelings of the book, I forget everything. I forget everything that happened. I forget my name. I forget like where I'm from. And so I don't want to fly through this book because then okay, my cat just spilled water. Okay, thank you, Maxwell. I needed to mop anyways. Sorry, I was rambling. All I was trying to say was, I don't even know what I was trying to say. The thoughts left my brain. All right, so we're gonna lock in. I'll catch up to you guys when I get to the 75% mark. I hope you guys are excited for Bookmas because I am excited. Yeah, those are gonna be my plans for December. These are gonna be my reading plans for tonight, and we will check in at the 75% mark. of it. We finished Brimstone. Callie Hart, you wonderful, wonderful woman. You've done it again. Brimstone was a wonderful sequel to _𝖈𝖍𝖕𝖙𝖊𝖵𝖙𝖵. The book was very different from _𝖈𝖍𝖕𝖕𝖙, and it was totally worth the read. One thing that I loved about this book was how action-packed the plot was. There was always something going on. I think there was maybe 1 or 2 chapters. There's a little bit of a lull, or it was a little boring, but for the most part, this book nailed it. In the first few chapters, we were getting our bearings back into the story. We were learning about the changes that Saris were going through and how she was going to deal with the situation at hand. It's funny, trying not to spoil it. And then as we move through, the spice was very early on in the book, and as we move through, we're learning more about Kingfisher. Kingfisher is getting closer to Carry-On. I don't want to give too much away, and I really want to save my in-depth review for my reading wrap-up for November. It was wonderful. There were lots of characters. There was a lot of jumping realms, and I don't know how to explain it, but they were traveling through more than just realms. Saris and Kingfisher's relationship continued to blossom. She's still crazy about him, and he's still crazy about her, but we get to see a more gentler side of Kingfisher this time around. The ending had me so shook. Now, I will say the last few chapters, kind of the ending scene was a little weird. It felt a little disconnected from the rest of the story. We didn't hear much about the 𝖈𝖍𝖕𝖙𝖊𝖵𝖙𝖵 They just kept referring to Kingfisher of the 𝖈𝖍𝖕𝖕𝖙𝖵. So when we actually ended up at the 𝖈𝖍𝖕𝖕𝖙𝖵 at the end of the story, it didn't feel like it had anything to do with the rest of the book. We had made so much progress through the plots and the storylines of a lot of the characters, but for some reason it just came down to Kingfisher and Saris, and it felt like everything that we had read may be a little insignificant at this point. However, the book leaves on a huge cliffhanger, and of course we have to continue through what I assume will be book 3, because you can't end a book like this and not have a book 3. I don't even know how many books are supposed to be in the series, so sorry. But we landed on an insane cliffhanger, and now personally I am questioning everything we knew about Kingfisher. Give this book a read. It's a perfect sequel to book 1. If you loved book 1, you'll love book 2, and I highly recommend this book. I'm not going to give you my star rating in this video, so you'll have to check out the November reading wrap-up. That will come in a few weeks to see what I rate this book, but it is spicy. It was a good time, and I am so glad that I read it, and I had so much fun this week reading it. I'm going to have to give you a little sneak peek into the November reading wrap-up and let you know that this was definitely a top. It was not a flop. It was a total top, and I had so much fun reading it. I was so glad that I was able to make time for this book this week. I was really, really busy, but I made time for Brimstone, and I'm so glad that I did. It's not always easy to carve out time for a big release, and especially a book of this stature, but we did it. That's where I'm gonna end this weekly vlog. I thank you so much for hanging out with me this week, and I really appreciate you being here. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for this channel so you get notifications for the next upload. I'll see you again soon. Bye.